Thank you. And we want to send things out to Israel, where President Trump right now is speaking before the Israeli parliament.
Yes, he's live in the Knesset, and we'll go ahead and take that feed. You can hear direct.
And Bibi, you do know this was not in the cards for me. You understand that. And she is so happy, and they are so happy. At least I think they're happy. If they're not, we have a big story, right? No, they have a great marriage, and they get along great. They're best friends. They have a very special relationship. But Jared has been so helpful. He really did something very special. He established the Abraham Accords with a group of very wonderful people. I like the Avraham Accords because people that, right? Avraham. It's so cool. It's so much sort of nicer, you know, the Abraham versus the Avraham. I just don't want to sound sanctimonious when I do it, so, you know, I sort of split it up. This way we keep everybody happy. But we have some very great talent, and they have no excuses for anything that's taken place because we had some unbelievably good people working on this. And then you're going to add a man named Marco Rubio, who is also here. That's right. And I have a prediction that Marco will be a state in the history of the United States. I believe that. I believe it. And he and I, you know, we really fought it out. You remember, he was tough. He was nasty. I thought this was going to happen. And now one is the greatest. He will. He was always smart and sharp, and people respect him. And then we have somebody who's young, but an unbelievable leader. I saw it a long time ago, and he's turned out to be even better than we thought. Right, Susie? I think even better. And that's Pete, who is our Secretary of War, formerly Secretary of Defense. And as you know, we decisively won World War I. We decisively won World War II decisively. And everything in between and everything before it, we won everything. And then I changed from war, you know, it was war, to defense. And with that went thinking. And we fought in a very politically correct way after that. We always had the strongest military, and now we have a stronger military than we've ever had before because of my first term. The military, every aspect of it. But we have, if you think, we settled 8 wars in 8 months. I'm now including this one, by the way, if that's okay. They may say, well, that was quick. Because yesterday I was saying 7, but now I can say 8. The hostages are back. The hostages are back. Feeling nice to say, you know, I just said the hostage. First time I said the hostages are back. It feels so good to say it. But when you settle 8 months, that means you don't like every is going to be brutal. I remember Hillary Clinton during a debate, she said, look at him, he's going to go into war with everybody. And actually, she said, he's got a personality that's all about war. No, and my personality actually is all about stopping wars, and it seems to work. It seems to work. But it also means there's name change in our attitude that we're not going to go into a war. But if we do, like nobody has ever won a war before, we will not be politically correct. But we're not going to be there. And I think, you know, as you mentioned, Bibi, before, peace through strength. And that's what it is. The United States has the greatest and most powerful military in the, right now, history of the world. I can tell you we have weapons that nobody's ever dreamt of. I only hope we never have to use them. I rebuilt the military. I was proud to do it, but some of the things I hated to do, I hated certain weapons because the level of power is so enormous. We have to do. We make the best weapons in the world, and we've got a lot of them, and we've given a lot to Israel, frankly, and I mean, Bibi would call me so many times, can you get me this weapon, that weapon, that weapon? Some of them I never heard of, Bibi, and but we'd get them here, wouldn't we? And they are the best. They are the best. But you used them well. It also takes people that know how to use them, and you obviously used them very well. But so many that Israel became strong and powerful, which ultimately led to peace. That's what led to peace. So as we celebrate today, let us remember how this nightmare of depravity and death all began. On the Simchat Torah holiday, thousands of innocent Israeli civilians were attacked by terrorists, and one of the most evil and heinous desecrations of innocent life the world has ever seen, the worst slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust. The cruelty of October 7th struck to the core of humanity itself. Nobody could believe what they were witnessing. The United States of America grieved alongside you, and we mourned for our own citizens who were so viciously taken that day. And to all the families whose lives were forever changed by the atrocities of that day, and of the people of Israel, please know that America joins you in those two everlasting vows: never forget and never again.
All right, everybody, we're going to be back in just a minute with more of your top stories today, including more from the president.
You're watching GMK live on WHAS 11+.